It's not too much to say that what Gutenberg did for writing, online video can now do for face-to-face communication. Innovation emerges out of groups. This romantic notion of the lone genius with a eureka moment that changes the world is misleading. We're a social species. We spark off each other. It's also not news to say that the internet has accelerated innovation. For the past 15 years, powerful communities have been connecting online, sparking off each other. But what's key here is that the reason these groups have been able to connect is because their work output is of the type that can be easily shared digitally. What I'm excited about, or what I think is underreported, is the significance of the rise of online video. This is the technology that's going to allow the rest of the world's talents to be shared digitally, thereby launching a whole new cycle of crowd-accelerated innovation. The first few years of the web were pretty much video-free. For this reason, video files are huge. The web couldn't handle them. But in the last 10 years, bandwidth has exploded 100-fold. Suddenly, here we are. Humanity watches 80 million hours of YouTube every day. Cisco actually estimates that within 4 years, more than 90% of the web's data will be video. Video is high bandwidth for a reason. It packs a huge amount of data, and our brains are uniquely wired to decode it. Why do people like watching TED Talks? All those ideas are already out there in print. It's actually faster to read than to view. Why would someone bother? Well, obviously there's some showing as well as telling. There's still a lot more being transferred than just words. And it's in that nonverbal portion, there's some serious magic. Somewhere hidden in the physical gestures, the vocal cadence, the facial expressions, the eye contact, the passion, the sense of how the audience are reacting. There are hundreds of subconscious clues that go to how well you will understand and whether you are inspired. Light, if you like, and desire. Incredibly, all of this can be communicated on just a few square inches of a screen. Reading and writing are actually relatively recent inventions. Face-to-face communication has been fine-tuned by millions of years of evolution. That's what's made it into this mysterious, powerful thing it is. Someone speaks, there's resonance in all these receiving brains, the whole group acts together. I mean, this is the connective tissue of the human superorganism in action. It's probably driven our culture for millennia. 500 years ago, it ran into a competitor with a lethal advantage. Print scaled. The world's ambitious innovators and influencers now could get their ideas to spread far and wide. And so, the art of the spoken word pretty much withered on the vine. But now, in the blink of an eye, the game has changed again. It's not too much to say that what Gutenberg did for writing, online video can now do for face-to-face communication. So that primal medium, which your brain is exquisitely wired for, that just went global. Now, this is big. we may have to reinvent an ancient art form. I mean, today, one person speaking can be seen by millions, shedding bright light on potent ideas, creating intense desire for learning and to respond. For the first time in human history, talented students don't have to have their potential and their dreams written out of history by lousy teachers. They can sit 2 feet in front of the world's finest. TED is just a small part of this. I mean, the world's universities are opening up their curricula. Thousands of individuals and organizations are sharing their knowledge and data online. Thousands of people are figuring out new ways to learn and, crucially, to respond, completing the cycle. Why not a self-fueling cycle in which we all can participate? It's the participation age, right? What if, in the coming crowd of 9 billion, what if that crowd could learn enough to be net contributors instead of net plunderers? That changes everything, right? I mean, that would take more teachers than we've ever had. But the good news is they are out there. They're in the crowd, and the crowd is switching on lights, and we can see them for the first time, not as an undifferentiated mass of strangers, but as individuals we can learn from. Who's the teacher? You're the teacher. You're part of the crowd that may be about to launch the biggest learning cycle in human history, a cycle capable of carrying all of us to a smarter, wiser, more beautiful place.